makes us believe that it's only black people, unarmed black men, that's being killed on a regular basis. I did a little bit of studying, and I found that the numbers, not the graphics, the numbers show that more people of other races get shot unarmed than black people. We're just the ones that make better news. Yeah. If you say unarmed,
they go out and protest.
Right.
It's a big issue because
nobody's gonna protest if an unarmed white man gets shot. Unarmed white man shot by a police officer. Okay, shoot. Okay, all right, bad. That's too bad. But we're emotional, so when they do that, what do we do when one of us gets shot or go out and march, make some signs,
protest, break up some stuff,
loot, whatever it is. And how much change? Nothing. And so what I want to talk about is that marching, protesting, they didn't change nothing. The only thing they changed was the time them people got home. And so what the black community needs, we need a term, what I want to call is legislative intelligence. Know what the law say and do it that way.
When you saying you speaking of black people.
I'm speaking of black people and also people who identify as a man that happen to be black.
Okay, but let me tell you this about black people and this person that identifies man. Okay. We all in it for ourselves. We're not worried about changing for everybody else. That's not who black people are. We always for yourself. Right. That's how it always been. However that's going to happen or work, I don't know how it's going to change.
And so
that's how I've been seeing in my neighborhood, me for me, us for us. We can never come together as a whole. Till, like you say, when stuff like this happen.
And we ain't really coming together.
It's not even really coming together. You ain't changed. You just out here for the benefit of being out here. And
being
you
a part of that
hold
shit,
a sign and some people. That's all I see is
right. And I totally agree with you. Remember Adam Walsh?
Yeah.
Okay, John Walsh, he did America's Most Wanted, right?
Top 10.
Back when when that happened with his son, I forget what the law was or what the bill was, but they went on up to Tallahassee and they created a bill. They didn't march and protest in the street. Mm-hmm. They took their ass on to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So that's what they need to do.
And so that's what we need to do, okay? All of them people that can march in the street, imagine if all those people went up to Tallahassee, not stood in front of the Capitol, but went on inside the legislative building and said, here's what we need to change and here's what must change, and bring attention to what must change.
And do you think you're going to get a change for that?
Yes, because once people realize, so wait a minute, hold on, man, I spent 6 hours out there sweating with all these cats, man,
so
holding
what
up signs.
Legislation, what do you think the legislation should bring forward?
All right, that's an excellent question.
Yeah, what do you think?
All right, so I did have a passing crime, right? So check this out. If you and I commit a burglary, homeowner shoots you.
You get that murder.
I get the murder because I was there with you. I could have been gone, but I get the murder. How about if a police officers are standing around and other police officers don't intervene and he shoot or just beat somebody to death or damn near beat somebody to death, they should catch the charge
for being around
and not intervening. Because watch this.
But was they in the commission of a felony? They not being in. That's what they said. That's the only way that charge stick like that.
Right.
If you're in the commission of a felony together and you get one of us get killed, okay, yeah. Right. These police, they just around. They could sit around.
But so here
they not in the commission of a felony.
Do you know what happened if you come to me with a dead body and you say, hey, man, I got a body. I need you to help me get rid of it. Man, I don't want nothing to do with that. And they find out that I knew that you came to me with a body.
Without you telling them.
Without me telling.
Yeah.
I get in trouble.
Okay.
So, same thing. Officers stand around, one or two officers beating somebody to death. You're like, man, come on, man. No. You intervene. You pull that man up off that man, and you stop it. Okay? How come a woman can get her child taken away just by having her child in the house?
Around something.
Because the mama didn't do nothing to make sure that her kid was safe, so they say. So if the same thing, if we change that legislation, right, and you say, as police officers, if you're around and you're watching something that shouldn't
take place.
That shouldn't take place. If it's something that all police officers doing, that if a regular citizen was doing, they would intervene same way. And if you don't, you get charged.
I agree to that.
And in the same way, it's not we're going to take away your badge or anything like that, but you're going to be arrested immediately. You're going to be charged immediately. You go through the system.
Right
like everybody, like right then and there. And we'll let the system
Decide,
just like us. Anything that a regular person would get arrested for, if a police officer does it, he should immediately be arrested, just like everybody else. And if he's exonerated like everybody else, then we go from there.
That's real. That's real.
And I think that if officers knew, like, man, hold on, man, I'm not going to jail for you, man. Get up off that man.
They won't even do it.
Man, I'm not going to jail for you, man.
Even if they knew that law was really in place. See,
right.
Everybody that know the law is in place now, they looking at that.
Yeah.
They knowing now. Oh, they got a law out there for us. Now, I ain't finna let you just beat this man up.
Right.
Stop.
No, I'm not going to jail for you.
Yeah, I ain't going.
I'm not losing my job for you, man. I got 4 more years before I retire, man.
Yeah,
I'm not finna lose this.
That make people accountable for stuff.
Right, accountable. That's all.
Yeah.
Is it gonna stop it?
No.
It's a law against murder, but people still
it
get
ain't
killed.
gonna
You know,
stop
it's not
it.
gonna stop. But yeah, I guarantee.
Because they always think it's a way they probably could get out of them situations.
But I guarantee you, it'll ease it up.
Yeah,
but,
it'll ease it up.
But that's the thing I want to talk about. You know, getting people to go up top and change the law. And the last thing I say in Florida, I learned this in my own travels in the system. They got this thing called fast track. You can fast track a law. Like you ain't got to wait for the usual cycle to pass a law. We didn't have to put it on a ballot, didn't have to go through all that. They fast tracked that law and put it into service in the legislation.
Got to do something with predators.
Yeah, to catch our audience up on, for anybody who hasn't been in an institution, what they're doing now, because people were dying and other things were happening. Now officers can't just put in their logbook, oh yeah, room 212 clean, room 2. They have to actually go around and see. And so to make sure that they are actually doing it,
they got a ping.
They have a ping, and they have to ping. Each room has a sensor on it, and it pings, and it shows that they went by that room. Mm-hmm. And so
that was good.
Yeah, that was good. What you said is, how about we put those on police cruisers?
Yeah,
and
areas.
Put them in areas where that area, if that's your beat, if that's the area that you have to work, you will be pinged going by that area every 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. Every 20 minutes, whatever is reasonable based on it.
That's how I think an officer should have a route anyway in life. Like if I'm gonna put you out there, I ain't finna have you all over. I'm gonna put you in these couple of areas. Take care of that. Then you in the vicinity of other calls and you can get to them real easy.
They should stop all that gathering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no other job that you can go sit and after everybody hanging out and gathering, you blocking up traffic, you blocking up lanes, and y'all just sitting there vibing.
Vibing until you see something.
You know what I'm saying? Until you see something. I think because one time I'm going down the street, right over here, Pompano, they got a traffic stop, right? They got one car behind the man, one car coming from this way, and they got another car. He's not even doing a stop. You can see him. He talking to the other outside his window. You know what I'm saying? Going the other way. And so I'm like, I get behind him. I'm thinking he's going to keep going in a second. So I hit my horn. I said, you securing this area for a traffic stop, man? I said, this man not even out the car. You're leaning out your window. What's secure, man? Can I just go through, please? He gets out of his car. Turn around. I turned around and went to park my car and got my camera. I went to record, and I said, this is what's going on. I don't do this down off Las Olas. You don't do this down off A1A. You don't block off no lanes off A1A, okay? But you come over here. It was in the hood.
Bold to do that?
Yeah.
I want to see that footage.
I'll get it for you.
Okay, next
week. But then I was like, you know what? I was just hot because, like, bruh, I was on my lunch break at that. You know what I'm saying? I grabbed some need. I'm trying to go home and get back to work. But it's things like that, man. It's little things like that need to be stepped up on and spoke about, man. You get them cruisers, ping, 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 guarantee you crime go down. For real.
Yeah.
Not by no numbers.
They gonna know, hey, this man can
man,
carry this out. Man, he around here all the time.
Every 15 minutes he coming through. Every 20 minutes they coming through. You want a beef? We better hurry up and get this beef. I'm gonna shoot you. We're gonna need to go and get this shooting out the way because they're gonna be coming through. You know what I'm saying?
That's patrolling the area.
Yeah, that's patrolling the area.
Hey, you got to get out there, man. You got a voice now, man.
So we got a voice. Ain't no I.
But I ain't got no feet to be walking in no legislations and all that. I don't care about the
ride up there and get out the car and walk inside.
I ain't getting out the car. I don't care about the legislation. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Now you ain't got nothing to do with you.
It ain't got nothing. It ain't never had nothing to do with me. When I get in that situation, then it got something to do with me. Yeah. Okay. It ain't came my way yet. I ain't had to go out there and protest for nobody.
I ain't going out and protesting nothing. So there was a video, man, of that woman that got slammed
By the police.
For recording.
Body cam worn by a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy shows him and other deputies arriving outside a grocery store in Lancaster and questioning a man and woman accused of shoplifting. Deputies then place the man in handcuffs. One of the deputies then turns to the woman who is recording the incident on her cell phone. Another witness is also capturing the incident in her car.
No, you can't touch me.
The video then appears to show the deputy slamming the woman to the ground. The deputy then douses the woman with what appears to be pepper spray and then places her in handcuffs. After a brief struggle, the deputies then place the couple in separate police cruisers.
Now, right there, that's when it should have been some intervention. Nobody intervened. I'm blown away still, like in today, and people gonna be people, but in today's day and age, with cameras everywhere, that a police officer still do stuff like that.
They don't care. They don't care.
They obviously
don't care. Cause
not
they gotta,
all, but a lot of
they
them.
get it because they could get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And they know it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that body slam, he thought he probably won, which I don't know what happened. What happened? Did he get charged?
I don't know the result of that. They had to drop that one. I'm going to assume with my legislative intelligence that they said, no, you know what, we is not going nowhere with this. Drop them charges.
On her.
Let's send this lady on. We're going to drop on him, too. We don't want to poke the bear. We're going to get him an apology. And you off for a month. Okay. So we're going to
paid leave.
We do not stand for this type of behavior in our police department.
Suspended with
and it starts with me and the officer involved in this incident.
Sensitivity training.
He's going to sensitivity training, and he's been removed for a month with no pay.
That sounds like a good plan to take them to school to start learning different techniques instead of doing all that.
I want to talk about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Do Black Lives matter?
Black living lives matter. Every life matters. Fox Business Report on Black Lives Matter.
William? Well, Stuart, here you have an $80 million foundation. Last year they had 0 board meetings and 1 board member. So that's not oversight. But the scrutiny is over use of donor money to hire friends and family. So 3 expenses stand out. BLM gave almost $1 million to Damon Turner, the father of the co-founders, Patrisse Cullors' child, to produce live events. $840,000 went to her brother, Paul, for security. Cullors also admits hiring her mother and sister to work at BLM's LA mansion.
I think it's important that people understand that while my brother is the head of security and my mom and sister did work at the property, it's not like I literally, opened up the bank accounts and was like, I'm bringing all my family and friends in. Folks had skill sets.
BLM also paid Shaloma Bowers $2.1 million for consulting. He and 2 others now serve on the board. BLM spent $1.2 million lobbying to impeach President Trump and eliminate bail. Cullors spent $73,000 on a private jet and used the LA mansion for 2 private parties, but later reimbursed BLM for both. BLM dispersed $25 million in grants to 31 groups. They banked $41 million, including $32 million in stock. Supporters blame any accounting flaws on inexperience.
I actually did not know what 990s were before all of this happened. Something's being weaponized against us that many people don't even know and honestly don't care about.
Remember what we talked about last time? Black Lives Matter ain't got nothing to do with Black lives. It's for the queer women and transgender. That's the focus of Black Lives Matter. Why didn't nobody tell us this? You gotta find out for yourself. I get so embarrassed about my people. One beautiful thing came out of me being in prison. I learned to read, man.
That's where you learn how to read from?
I learned to read for myself, not learn how to read from scratch. Start looking for information myself. So now I do it as habit. I say, man, the black community.
I don't support none of the organizations. Black lives matter to me. Because all lives matter.
What Black Lives Matter didn't tell us is that more non-black people were killed by police officers than black people. Listen to this.
That 1994 crime bill, it did contribute to mass incarceration in our country.
They wanted him instead of Trump.
Congress said the other day, I'm ashamed that I voted for the 94 crime bill. You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. And in fact, I drafted the bill, as you remember.
I know that.
There are 2 basic steps here. One step is you must take back the streets. And you take back the streets by more cops, more prisons, more physical protection for the people. We must take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally have not been socialized. We have predators on our streets. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
You know the people that he talking about, them tens of thousands? The crime bill was focused on crack. That's what the crime bill was, because we were the tens of thousands of people that didn't have no parents, born out of wedlock. We're running the streets, out here selling these dope, and this and that, and all these machine guns. Remember, we had all the machine guns back then. And so the people, the predators that he was talking about was us. Yeah, and that was back in 1994 crime bill. 94. Now, we want to take down statues because they stand for slavery and what they represent. But we want to put this man in place. Is it hypocritical to want to take down a statue that represents something 100 years ago in comparison to wanting to put up a statue like that in the White House?
Oh, you saying that's the same?
This is the man that said we were predators, man.
So now y'all gonna put this predator at the top.
So at the top. We need more prisons. That's what this man literally said. We need more prisons. We ain't trying to rehabilitate them. Get them off the street.
Lock their ass up.
That's how he talked about us. Now, here's the law he put into place, the 1,000 to 1. That's what's part of that crime bill. The 1,000 to 1 is you can get caught with a gram of powder cocaine, 18 months, a year.
Nothing.
But if you got caught with crack cocaine, it was 1,000 times. They made the weight was triple, not triple, but it was multiplied 1,000 times. 1,000 grams is in a kilo. So if you got caught with a gram of crack, it was like getting caught with a kilo of crack. And being it was a kilo, you was going away, man. You was gone. That's how that's what that law was written for. And there wasn't really no white people out there selling crack. We're the people.
All the black people.
All them.
So all that's them. Who you talking about.
Right. I don't care if they didn't have, they was there. But this is who they want. They want. This is who our politicians, the black politicians, they stand behind this man.
That's why, like some people say they don't like Democrats or Republicans. They rather just be in the middle. Like people that ain't even on none of that. Like that should be the next person that's a president.
Unfortunately, in the middle, there's not enough to get to swing a vote. So it's like you kind of have to either get on one side or the other. Because the only time
fake it and lie
because as an independent, people will get behind you, but there's not enough.
Yeah, that's why Trump was the first non-politician, was president. Although he was with the Republican Party,
but he had to pick a party.
He had to pick a party.
He had to pick a party. You know, I believe that if Trump would have went as a Democrat, he would have won, just being who he was, because he did the same thing as Democratic. I want to say, I'm a United States citizen. I was born here. I love my country. Regardless of who's in the White House, that's my president. I'm not saying Joe Biden's not my president, but what I am saying is for us as a people, why would the people who are politicians first, why would they get behind this man? And two, why would we as a people get behind this man and put him in office?
You ain't got no choice. If you, like, say for instance, if I was doing something, right, and you was right around, whether you like it or not, you going to back me up to try to get me to that spot because you going to be in a position now.
Okay.
So everybody jockeying for positions. That's it. Okay. Whether they like him or not. You may not even want to.
But I'm talking about our people, the black community.
It don't
what
matter.
Position we get?
It don't matter. Who position in there? They going to like him anyway. They going to back him up anyway because they think that's better for us. He a Democrat. He act like he for us, but it's a lie.
Well, if he showed that, he wasn't. He ain't for us.
Hey, everybody know it. None of them people ain't for who they say they gonna be. They for themselves.
Honestly, bro, and I'm not anti-Trump at all. Okay, how could you take that? What is saying? Anything but Trump. I ain't got no history or nothing.
See, they want the next best thing. When Trump era was going through a lot, so we was just looking for anything to come to us.
Right.
He couldn't be the president again.
Right. There has not been one recording of Donald J. Trump saying nigger. I heard on the show one time they said he said something that was racial, but it's not one. So you trying to tell me in all of this time with the technology that we have today, you can't go back and find nothing on this man to show that he really is racist?
That it ain't. You might not find no words coming out of his mouth, but some people have actions.
Okay. Your
actions could show you something different.
Right, I understand that.
So if you ain't got a word, some people got actions.
Right.
So how you gonna go by that?
But
I could be a good person and you gonna never know nothing about me.
Right.
But his actions, what he doing to make him look racist.
Okay.
Racist ain't always coming out your mouth.
No.
That don't make you racist, everything that come out your mouth, saying nigga, cracker.
Heard something from Dr. Umar. Prejudice is that you just don't like somebody of another race, or you don't like somebody because of whatever. But he said a racist is someone who has the power or the ability to hinder or interfere with the progression of another race. That's being a racist. So you got a business owner, he's not hiring on black people to come in there. He has the ability to prevent a black person from getting a job at his place, or he's not renting to. That's a racist. Somebody prejudiced just hate niggers. They just hate Jews or whatever it is that they hate. That's just prejudice. But a racist has power to interfere. So that's
different.
Yeah, that's what a racist is. Have you ever heard of someone being of the LGBTQIA plus community coming out as straight?
No, can't do that. Nobody can't do that.
You can't?
Hell no.
How come I can be straight all my life, or believe that I was straight all my life, and come out and say, you know what, I'm out of the closet, fellas, I'm gay, or a lesbian, or whatever? How come it works that way?
It could work that way, but everybody know exactly who you are.
But I understand that. But what I'm saying is, how come you're telling me that it only goes one way? I'm either gonna come out as bi, trans, lesbian, gay, or IA, or whatever those are, or whatever. But I can't believe that I was gay all my life and say, you know what, I'm coming out, I'm straight. I thought I was gay my whole life, and I'm straight. We hear about people thinking they were straight all their life and come out.
If somebody go for that, they could go for that. But if I see somebody that went through that, you gay. Okay. You just straight gay to me. I can't say, okay, now you can't go out like that. I'm going to still know you got them intentions in you. How could somebody...
Them tendencies?
Them tendencies and them intentions in you.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, why don't we hear stories of people coming out as straight? Why isn't it not possible to come out as straight? It has to be. I think that's not open-minded. I think that's not being
transformed 2 times.
No, it's 1 time. There are some people who believe that they're gay from yay high,
and then they go back.
And then why can't they come out as straight? Because there's some people that believe that they were
straight, and then they go gay.
Right. They believe they're straight. They did sports. They did all that stuff, and this and that. They tried to be manly, and then it's like,
I want no man.
So why can't it be the other way? That's all I'm saying.
It can be.
How come we don't
I'm
hear that?
pretty sure it have, and it is. We just ain't out there. This is rural.
So why come we should put an S on that community? LGBTQIA plus S.
You go home,
straight.
Go Google it, and get all your information up, and you're gonna find it all.
How come the community is not talking about that?
They don't want to talk. They don't care nothing about it. They want to see. They want to see him come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't want to see you come out and then come back in, and like, we not accepting you back in. You better stay where you was.
Right.
You can't. I can't see you go out.
I had a friend. She's dead now. Was a man in his 50s. He had the surgery. Got the breast done. He said, I think I went too far, and he went into this depression. Or she went into this depression because she still dressed like a guy. I said, why did you do all that if you're gonna still dress like? He said, well, I'm androgynous. I dress androgynous. I'm like, but it seems like you're still holding on to that. I don't have to accept whatever it is that you stand for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I do have to accept and respect you as a human being. Yeah, I gotta respect you and respect your mind.
Anybody.
You know what I'm saying? And people do business with people they like. this was a good time, and I appreciate y'all tuning in and checking us out.
That's what's up, man.
We just ran over a few issues today, man, just to touch on some things, man. You know, it's really important. People, please look into stuff, man. Don't just jump on a train because it's being broadcasted, because everybody talking about it, because everybody wearing a T-shirt about it. Find out for yourself. Take a few minutes. We got Google today, man. Google, you can find out in seconds. Is this true? All right. Then you find out if that's true. Is this true? And you find out, and on and on and on. Just stop, man. Stop jumping on trains.
That's real.
Okay? Because you're going to wind up on one of them trains, man. You're going to crash right along with that train. But be informed. Be informed.
Real.
Knowledge is not power. It's what you do with the knowledge that gives you the power. So we're here for sure, man. We love y'all, man. But listen, we're not in love with you.
For
you
sure.
know?
For sure.
For sure. All right.